It's one of the most decadent fundraisers you'll ever attend. The Valley chapter of the American Red Cross is gearing up for their annual Chocolate 911 event. Joining me now is John Yeager, a member of the board of directors, and Michelle Bialik, the co-owner of Liquid Lunch in Shelton. I want to thank you both so much for being here. And I have to say, I'm very excited because you guys were kind enough to invite me to MC the event. And it's fitting since I have a chocolate addiction. So it's fantastic. So let's just talk a little bit about Chocolate 911.
Chocolate 911 is one of our major fundraisers. It funds our disaster and military services programs in the Valley area and across the state, really, because now the Red Cross has really consolidated services through Farmington, and everything is now geared through Farmington to the local chapters, which are Middlesex and the Valley, and all the other offices of Farmington, which are throughout the state.
So this is a big fundraiser for you.
This is a big fundraiser for us.
All right.
It's also a very fun event.
All right, sounds terrific. And what are we going to make here today?
We're making a chocolate mousse.
Oh, can't go wrong with chocolate mousse, can you?
No, you cannot.
All right, well, you could get started, and John and I will talk a little bit about the event. It's January 31st?
January 30th.
Whatever that Saturday is.
Sunday afternoon, 1 to 4. Be there on Sunday.
I'll be there Sunday, I promise.
We had about 200 people last year. There's 16 vendors of different chocolate things, from chocolate soup last year from Liquid Lunch to chocolate-covered steak, which was one of my favorites last year.
Chocolate-covered steak?
Absolutely.
So these are some pretty unique things we're going to be tasting.
I don't like chocolate much, but that steak covered in chocolate was something else.
It's like you're combining the best of both worlds there.
Absolutely.
Michelle, let me ask you what you just threw in the saucepan.
We have 2 cups of chocolate chips, preferably dark chocolate. The better quality, the better it's going to taste. We have a 1/4 cup of brandy. If you're serving for kids, you can use orange juice. So that's a good thing to know. We have a 1/2 cup of sugar and a 1/4 cup of water.
Now, sometimes mousse is complicated.
It can be, but if you do the steps in the right way, then it tastes awesome. It's really, really good.
So
we're going to melt this up over a medium to low heat until it's just completely smooth.
Okay.
So you don't want to boil it. You don't want to get it burned. So we're going to heat this up. It usually takes about 5 to 7 minutes to heat everything up and put it together. Then it ends up looking like this.
Oh, a little made for TV. What do you know? It's already done.
And it's got a nice creamy texture.
Okay.
And what you want to do is take this off the heat, and you need to temper in eggs. And when you temper in eggs, what you have to do is add a little bit of the mixture to your eggs.
That's a term I'm not familiar with.
Tempering makes sure that the egg yolks don't burn.
Okay.
And then you get scrambled eggs instead of
no one wants that in their chocolate mousse.
No. So basically what you have to do when you temper in eggs is you take a little bit of the chocolate mixture and whisk it in quickly to your egg yolks.
Okay.
So that they don't burn and they don't cook.
Got it.
And then once you have enough of the chocolate mixture in, you add it back into the chocolate mixture, and then it creates a nice smooth consistency.
That's fantastic. All right.
Then, once you let your chocolate mixture cool, you leave this to set aside to room temperature. Then you take your egg whites, and it's 6 egg whites with a 1/2 cup of sugar and a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. And this is kind of my secret weapon because this keeps the egg whites nice and fluffy.
All right, cream of tartar.
Cream of tartar.
Good to know.
So this is the unsung hero.
You whip that quickly.
You whip this together, and you add your sugar gradually so that it doesn't clump up. And you keep this whipping until you have hard peaks, stiff peaks.
Okay. That's kind of, you're getting points in the mixture, more or less.
Pointy peaks that don't flap over.
Okay.
And then you have this as your end result.
All right.
The next step, I have this already.
Would you say?
It is meringue.
Okay.
Yep. And then you take a 1½ cups of heavy whipping cream and a tablespoon of vanilla.
All right.
And you whip that together in your mixer as well. And then you have your whipped cream.
And that's going to go up on the top of the mousse.
No, actually, yes, it does.
I'll let you do the cooking. No problem.
That's all right. You have your 3 components, and the 3 components of the mousse are your flavor, your air, and your cream. So those are the 3 components, and what you want to do with these is add a little bit at a time of each of these ingredients into your bowl.
right. Michelle, is this going to be at the Chocolate 911 event?
Possibly a version of it.
Oh, well, stay
Not
tuned
just
for
the
that.
chocolate mousse, yeah, with a twist.
Okay.
And the key to this, and the key to making an excellent, excellent mousse is folding. And folding means that you take it and you lift. You cut and lift. You can't stir, you can't whisk,
So
you can't do anything else.
to this mousse.
It is a process.
All right.
But once you get it down, you can't compare.
All right.
It's
Jen, I
awesome.
just want to ask you, the event is the last Sunday in January.
Last
It's going
Sunday
to
in
be
January,
terrific.
1 to 4.
It's going to be at the Marriott.
The Marriott Courtyard in Shelton on Bridgeport Avenue.
And talk about tickets. How do people get them?
Tickets you can get either through calling the chapter or at the chapter website. Calling the chapter would be 203-735-5008. 5088, I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll leave all that information on the screen for you.
And the website is www.valleyredcross.org.
And we should mention if you are in the military.
If you're in the military and in active duty, it's free.
That's a nice way to support the troops.
They can come in and enjoy all the chocolate to their heart's content.
Oh, that's fabulous. It's going to be a great event in January. Last Sunday in January.
Sunday afternoon.
I'll be there too. I can't wait.
Right after
and
church.
Look at this. The final product.
And we've garnished it with a little bit of homemade whipped cream. And if you like, you can just garnish it with a little bit of shaved chocolate on top.
Oh, that is so pretty.
Just to finish it off.
All right. You guys going to stick around? We're going to taste this in a little bit? That
Absolutely.
sounds fantastic. Again, that fundraiser, Chocolate 911, is going to be the last Sunday in January. Join us. And